when you are starting your business, because that's more for like advanced. I should save that for an advanced video, but I just be going, girl, and I be letting some stuff go. So take some notes.
You should know all these diamonds, yeah. I'ma swallow all these diamonds, yeah.
In today's video, I am going to give you guys all the things that you need to know in order to start your lash business. So as you can tell, we are at my lash studio. Okay, very detailed, not for the weak, but you got this. You got this. Okay, so forgive me if you see me look down. I have made some notes here so that I could be fully transparent and get everything out that I need to get out. Okay, so first things first, you need to make sure that you know all your state laws. We're just going to start it off with the meat, okay? Now, in certain states, I believe now Dora has made it to where most states you have to be an esthetician or a cosmetologist in order to practice lash extensions. So, sorry, I had to crack my knuckles. So make sure that you are licensed in your state in order to practice legally. Now, everybody out here is not licensed, is not a cosmetologist or an esthetician, and they are doing lashes. If you are, it's very risky, I will say that, but sometimes people start where they start, and then they'll go and get their esthetician license or their cosmetology license and make their business legit after they've already built a clientele and know that this is something that they really want to do. Because who wants to go to school and then you're like, I don't even really want to do this? So, mind you, in esthetician school and cosmetology school, they do not teach you how to do lashes. They do not. They go by it. They briefly tell you what it is, what it could be, how it works, and then you move on. So keep that in mind. You will also have to go and outsource for your lash education. There are lash schools that are strictly dedicated to only providing only dedicated to providing a license for lash technicians. So if you can find one of those in your state, boom, perfect. That is awesome. Okay? Now, also make sure you're carrying your insurances. Make sure that you get your LLCs and your EINs. Now, if you are not licensed, do not go get an LLC and an EIN. Do not do it. That is what's going to raise the red flag for Dora to come and check. Okay? So if you're just getting your feet wet, you just want to see what it is, you're just doing family and friends for now, do not go get an LLC and an EIN. But if you are licensed, make sure you have these things. Okay? Now, how to find the right educator. So, like I said, there are schools that are dedicated only to lashes. They could be great. Make sure you do your research no matter which one of these avenues you choose. If you choose to go with a lash tech or a lash professional, as I would like to call myself. Now, the difference between a lash tech and a lash professional. A lash tech is you just started, okay? You just do this here and there. It's not your full-time career, or it is your full-time career, but you have less than 2 years and you don't have your own products, you're not doing trainings, you're still just kind of starting out. That is a lash tech. If you work for a corporate company and you're just like a lash associate, okay, that's a lash tech. A lash professional is someone who has been in the industry for 2 or more years. It takes For estheticians, and I believe cosmetologists as well, I'm an esthetician, so I'm not sure about cosmetologists. But for estheticians, for sure, you have to be in your field for 2 years before you can become an educator. So I have way surpassed those 2 years. So then you pass over or move up into the lash professional. Okay, you have your own products, you can do trainings, you work for yourself, you have all your insurances, your LLCs, your EINs are all in your individual business name. You file taxes under that name, which you still file taxes as a lash tech as well, because as you know, taxes get filed annually. But that is the difference between a lash tech and a lash professional. It's time, experience, and the volume of your business, I would say. Not to say that you have to be selling millions and millions of dollars in order to be a lash professional, but you just want to be on the higher scale of expertise. Let's say that. Okay? So, when you are doing your research, make sure you're looking for an educator that has those 2 years minimum. And I would even say I would find an educator that has 5 years or more. My personal experience from someone who is a licensed esthetician, has been doing lashes for over 7 years, I would get with someone who at least has about 5 years of experience, because 2 years is barely hitting the mark. You want somebody that's going to teach you, that has been in every situation possible, that has taught multiple people. They have experience with teaching and getting the techniques across and helping different people learn the way that they learn. Okay, in 2 years, you've just been a lash tech for 2 years, you haven't really mastered how to train people, how to teach people different techniques, different situations. You kind of are still just beginning, in my opinion. But legally, you only need 2 years to become an educator. So, do your research on what you feel comfortable with. Price is definitely a point. If someone, and I don't want to throw any shade on anybody. I don't want to make anybody feel like I'm coming for them, but realistically, honestly, if someone is only charging you $300 for a lash course and it's a 1-day course, chances are it's bare minimum. There's no way you can learn how to do lashes completely and fully in 1 day. It's just not. 2 days is still a very intense program. Okay, I run a 2-day course, a very intense program. It's 8 hours long. You have homework. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff that goes into it. So keep in mind that you want to be looking at price points, because people charge for their value. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on that. Also, like I said, make sure that they've been in the industry for at least 5 years or more before you let them train you. Okay, that is how you find the right educator. Do your research and don't be fooled by the fluff. Once, let's say you go and you get your esthetician license, you get your cosmetology license, you already have it, you thought you were going to be an esthetician and do skincare, you thought you wanted to be a cosmetologist and do hair, or you want to add it on, so you're like, I want to do lashes, right? Where do you start to work? Where do you work when you want to become a lash tech? There are 3 options. You can work for a corporate company. You can rent a booth somewhere in a lash studio or a hair salon, or like a Phoenix or somewhere like that. But Phoenix is more for a third option, where you just go independent from the start. Now, I'm going to give you pros and cons on all 3 of these. Excuse me. Let's start with corporate. I started with corporate. Now, the reason why I started with corporate was because I didn't know any better. Well, no, I take that back. It's because at the time I needed a job that was stable. I had 2 young sons. I have 2 young sons. Okay, so I needed a job that was stable. I didn't have the time to build clientele, the time or the finances or the resources to build clientele from scratch with no experience, with no postings, with no nothing. I had nothing. Okay? So, for me, working for corporate was a way for one, I got an extra extensive training because corporate trainings are usually about a week. Um, they have you sign a year contract though, so keep that in mind as well. You will have to work there for a year, or you will be indebted to them for the price of your training, which is about $1,400. So they have people coming in and out on a daily basis that need lashes done, high volumes of people that need lashes done. So you're going to have people on your books, whether it's 2 or 3, whether they're spread out between 2 hours, 4 hours. You're going to have people on your books every day. So you'll be able to build your experience. Okay, you have someone there, so if something goes wrong, you can always grab the lead stylist or one of the trainers, and they can assist you in whatever. If there's an issue, they talk to the managers at the front desk and not you, because that can be very overwhelming in itself. You thought you did a good job, you go up there and like you're finished, she goes to the front and is like, I hate them. I want them off now. Could you imagine? So, all the stress of corrections and issues, and they weren't full enough, they were too short, I feel like there wasn't enough time, all those complaints go to the manager comes back, relates it to you, and then you're able to pick that and build. When you work for yourself, people are less likely to tell you what they don't like about their lashes. They're just not going to come back, and then you don't have a way to be like, okay, let me get a little faster. Let me make sure they're full. Let me make sure that she likes them before I untape her. Let me make sure my consultations are better. Okay? So, that is a pro of being with corporate. You're going to have clientele, you're going to have time and room to assess your skills, make your skills better. They always have advanced trainings. If they feel like you're not doing good enough, they'll have you sit down with the trainer and go over a couple key points that they feel you need to work on. Most corporate places are built off of a speed, like a time scale. So the faster you are, the more money you make, which is a key factor in doing lashes. You want to make sure that you are lashing at a steady pace. I don't want to say fast. I don't want to say speed lashing, because that speed lashing is for a more advanced, it's more advanced, but you definitely want to make sure that you can get your people out in a timely fashion. If it takes longer than 2 hours for a full set, you know you need to work on that. If it takes longer than an hour, hour and a half for a refill, you need to work on that. But working for corporate gives you room to do that. Where if you work for yourself, you're just going to run out of clientele because they don't like your work and it took too long. How do you get them back? You know what I'm saying? So, that is the plus of corporate. Now, if you go and you rent a booth somewhere in a lash studio from a private lash tech or a private lash professional, private lash studio, you still will have someone there usually to help you in sticky situations. No pun intended. For instance, my studio, I'm a private lash owner. I have 2 ladies that work in my studio with me that do lashes, and I provide a mentorship because they work here under my supervision. I am not responsible for them or their booking or their clients, but if they have questions or issues, they can text me. We FaceTime. If we're here at the same time, she can come in and grab me, and I'll go look at the work, and you know, sometimes I'll even like put some lashes in real quick just to fill her out, to show her a couple things. So you still have someone there to help you. Maybe make sure you're asking these questions before you sign any contracts or move in, leases, whatever. Okay? So, but again, even in a private lash studio, you are your own boss. So you're in control of your customer service and your clients and all that fun jazz. Now, I will be making a separate video on customer service and client retention and how to get those clients back, or how to communicate with your clients so that they are willing to tell you what they want to change about their lashes, so that you guys can work collectively to get them the set that they want. And trust me, if they feel like they can trust you and that you have their best interest at heart, they will come back. Even if the first set, third set, fourth set wasn't their favorite, they will come back and they'll keep showing you pictures and explaining to you, like, last time, da 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 da, and then you can build from there. Okay? Like I said, I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Now, if you go out on your own, Phoenix Salon, you want to go out on your own and be your own private lash studio from the gate, that is a lot of risks. Unless you got a lot of money stacked up somewhere, that is a lot of risk. You're going to have to come up with a monthly rent every month. You're going to have to come up with your supplies. Now, if you can do that, where are you going to get your clientele? How are you going to build your clientele? Those are the things that are a little bit more risky to just straight out of school, straight after your certification, you want to go out on your own. I do have some students that have done it and they have succeeded and they have done well, but it is a slower process. I just will say that about that. But they all can be very well the best option for you. So make sure you just know which is best for you, which works best for you, how you want to run it, how you want to do it. So I say too, coming straight out of school, if you want to be a private, like work privately from the jump, working from home is a great option. Some people shy away from home lash techs. I don't really understand why. I do understand why in certain situations, but that's a whole nother video, a whole nother topic. But it saves you a lot on your overhead. And if you have a nice, quiet, safe space where you can set up for your lash studio at home, that is the greatest way if you want to start out as a private lash tech, individual, by yourself. Home is a great option as well. So with that being said, let's talk about inventory and startup costs. Now, depending on how much money you have to invest, okay, you're only going to need a key amount of essential things. I think when I started my lash company, I think I had like maybe $700 to buy my bed, my lights, my lashes, tweezers, glues, primers, gel pads, wands, brushes. All those things though, except for the beds and the lights, are, I would say, under $20, okay? So you can definitely build from there. I've seen people start their lash business with $200. Now, if you take the proper course, your kit should be able to supply you with enough to start your lash business, and all you'll need to get is your bed and your lashes. So you definitely can start a lash business for under $1,000, and then you just grow and build from there. It's really that simple. Lashes is not a high cost. What people are paying for their lashes is they're paying for the experience of their tech, they're paying for the comfort of the studio, the aesthetic, and the brand itself, not necessarily the supplies. So keep that in mind. Now, when you are growing your business, I don't want you guys to be afraid to try things because you've been trained to do a 4-quadrant lash style across the board with 4 lengths. You're going to get on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and you are going to see all kinds of different styles and techniques of lashes. There's no real wrong way to do lashes. well, let me rephrase. Well, let me explain. There's no, if it works, it works. But if it doesn't, it just doesn't. Okay? So like some glues, you can't just use any glue. So there are wrong glues to use. There are wrong supplies to use. But there's not really a wrong technique. If it works, then it works. So if someone isolates a certain way and it works for you, isolate that way. If someone likes to use 6 quadrants instead of 4 and you want to start advancing your styles and your techniques, lay out 6 quadrants instead of 4. You can always play with lashes. It is an art. That's why it's called a lash artist, because you have to find your technique, your tweak, and put that into your services. And that goes along with finding your niche. There is not one niche in lashes, just like classics, volumes, and megas. But do you do wispy classics? Do you do I like to call them spiky volumes? Okay, do you do freestyle megas? You could even do freestyle classics. Or are you the type that believes that no lash should be longer than a 13 and you want to be a classics only artist that focuses on natural styles? You can do that. So don't be afraid though to try different styles and things. If you want to be the lash artist that's going to give somebody 20 or 25 millimeters of mega lashes, do that, okay? But always keeping in mind the safety and the health of the natural lash, okay? Not everybody can get 25 millimeters, so just keep that in mind. And you do not ever want to do a full set of 25 millimeters. The 25 millimeters, I would say from about 20 to 25 millimeters is for spikes and dimensions and shaping. They are not meant for a full set of lashes. But that's neither here nor there. I just thought I'd throw that out there for you, sis. It's a little jewel, a little gem for you. A little drop. Okay. So, find your niche. Which type of lashes do you want to do? But also keep in mind, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to figure out which style of lashes you like to do the most, which type of lashes there is a market for in your area. Because if you live in like Iowa, no, I don't know. I've never lived in Iowa. But if you live in a small town, usually it's going to be classics and volumes. But if you live in a big city like Atlanta, Miami, even somewhere in Denver, you may be able to get away with a little bit more. So find your market and then pick your niche according to that market. Once you have found your niche and you have figured out what kind of lashes you want to specify in, now, hold on, let me digress. In order to figure out what your style is going to be, you're going to have to keep record of everything that you do, okay? These are called your client records, okay? So in your client records, you're gonna write down what each client's eye shape is, what you did on that client, if they had any reactions, if they had any concerns, if they made any comments, if she loved them, if she hated them, if she wanted them longer, shorter, if when she got up and you looked, she was like, I love them, but you were like, I think I want to taper it more, we should take it out, write all that down and keep your notes. In those first 2 years, that's what you should be focusing on, is how to perfect your lashes per eye shape, per style, per everything, okay? And then that will help you pinpoint your niche and what you like and how you like to make your lashes gorgeous, okay? What tweezers you use, what glue you use, what the humidity in the room was, the temperature in the room was. All that will help you gauge retention. So if they're like, they all fell out, you know kind of where you can kind of tweak some things to make sure. That also goes into client retention as well and your customer service. So keep that in mind. Now, while you're going through the world of lashes, right? And you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on Pinterest, you're on all the different social medias in the world, and you see people and they have these beautiful, perfectly laid out lashes, okay? Do not compare yourself, but always use that feeling for motivation and inspiration. Okay? So if you see some lashes and you're like, my lashes don't look like hers, why don't my lashes look like hers? I want my lashes to look like hers. Study the picture, see kind of the pattern that you used. Sometimes people put it in their description box as well, and then you can try and recreate it. And then you start to learn and see and practice, and eventually you will get there. But do not let other people's success or their precision or their perfection, okay, elude you or discourage you. Just use it for motivation. Um, and remember, everybody started somewhere. You never know where her journey started, and you don't know where she is in her journey or what. And low key, honestly, sis, it might not even be her pick. I said it. I said it. Okay? So, find your style. Do not compare yourself to others, but use others for inspiration. Okay? That is how we grow. That is how we be great. Now, also, I also would love to see all my beautiful lash techs out there taking a business course. There's online courses. Some people do free seminars. There's seminars. There's videos. There's books. There's all kinds of things. Take advantage of that so that you can learn how to run your business. When it is time to grow your business and expand your business, like me now personally, I am looking to hire, I need an assistant and I need a brand manager. So I need someone that's going to help make my business even bigger than it already is, to help spread the word even more than it has. I feel like I have a lot of clients that I can't take any more clients, but I also recently have branched over into the retail side. So therefore, that is unlimited. So I need someone to help me do that. Also, understanding that you can't do everything by yourself, but in the beginning, most of the stuff to grow your business to the point where you need an assistant or a brand manager, you can do by yourself. The only reason why you do need those other people is because, one, an assistant, you can't be everywhere at once. And two, a brand manager, they went to school for that. You went to school for lashes. They went to school for business. So you can research and go to seminars and classes and everything, but they're going to have just a little bit more insight in how to do in order to take your business to the next level. So you can do that whenever you feel like you're ready. If you want to come out from the gate, with a brand manager, an assistant, uh, uh, assistant manager, whatever, if you have the funds, the means, and all that to do that, do that. I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I came from the gate ready to go. But I took my time to learn, not really intentionally, but purposefully, and it worked out. So, everybody has their own journey and their own speed, their own lane. So just keep that in mind, but always learn how to outsource or learn how to get information and new techniques from other people as far as business goes, as well as lashes as well. If you could get a lash mentor, perfect. If you have someone on Instagram that you just love their work and their growth and how they're moving, study that, learn from that. Reach out to them, see if they have any tips for you. Um, Most women these days want to help other women. We want to help bosses be bosses. We are bossing. So I really feel like I can't say that because I don't know, but like the jealousy stage, the jealousy era, that I can only be the only one great era is kind of dead. It's dying. And we are women help women, women empowered women empower women. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we are here for. I'm here for it. when you are starting your business, because that's more for like advanced. I should save that for an advanced video, but I just be going, girl, and I be letting some stuff go. So take some notes. Now, back to beginning. Hashtags are not dead. Okay? I don't know who made that rumor up. Hashtags are not dead. Hashtag your lash butt off. Okay? Find hashtags that work for you. Find hashtags that pinpoint your location. Find hashtags that pinpoint your niche, your type of lashes. If you're posting about your lash studio, hashtag lash studio decor, decor lash studio. Location, Denver lashes, lashes Denver, Ohio lashes, Cincinnati lashes, lashes in Cincinnati. You have to learn how to word it in every kind of way and research your hashtags as well so you can see how many likes and views these hashtags are getting and like which ones could possibly work better for you. Also, after you post, go to the hashtags that you have hashtagged and like posts within those hashtags. Like the people who have, or follow the people, or go like some of their pictures that have liked the pictures under that hashtag. So you have a hashtag. You go, people have used the hashtag, you like their pics. You go to their likes. Those people in their likes, usually, if it's in Denver lashes, most of those people that are liking the Denver lash posts are in Denver. They're looking for lashes. So go in each one of their profiles, like a couple pics. It's just like handing out your business card. Hey sis, how are you? They're going to be like, who's this? And go check it out. I'm like, oh, she does lashes. I love her work. Now, let's say you're starting out. You don't have any customers. You don't have any clients. You don't have no lash pictures to post. What am I posting? What am I hashtagging? Find somebody to lash. You're going to have to do some work for free starting out. Okay? So you can post on your page free lashes, lash special, free lash giveaway. Okay? Someone's going to be like, ooh, I want free lashes. When you get her in your booth, take before pictures, after pictures, videos. See if she's down to make a little reel or something, a little TikTok, all that fun jazz. Use your family, use your friends, okay? Because they're definitely going to make a TikTok with you. They're going to make a TikTok with you for sure, okay? Take all the pictures. Take pictures from every angle. Take them with lights on, lights off, lights bright, lights medium. All the pictures, all the ways, okay? Each one of those pictures is a post, which leads to a hashtag, which leads to an opportunity to hand out your business card. All right? So use your friends and family. Now, on a day where you don't have any friends and family, go on TikTok or the Reels of Lash World and find like lash techs that are doing little cute reels where you don't need someone else. It's just you. And you can reenact a TikTok or a reel or something like that in your lash studio. You could do lash room tours. You can show how you make your fans. You can show how well your glue sticks to like the hairs on your finger, even on your mannequins. You can post about the lash products that you're using. Okay? You can do a little mini, how are you? Hi, nice to meet you. New lash studio, get to know me's. Get ready for me for a lash day, even if you don't have any lashes to do. I don't know that. And then you can use the footage from the videos before that you haven't posted yet. See? See? It's all make-believe on the internet. Don't believe nothing you see. It's fake. It's like, no. But you could do get ready with me's for lash day, and then just put in, after your get ready with me, put in about 4, maybe even 3 little pictures of the lashes that you did in that day. Boom. So see, get creative. Get creative and always post. I don't post as much now because I can't take that many more clients, but I'm sure that my brand manager is going to tell me that it does not matter, that I still need to be active in posting, especially for my products. So I'm trying to get back in the will of that, but it's all about growth, baby. We're growing. Speaking of pictures and hashtags, always make sure that you, well, I won't say always because sometimes you don't really need to edit. You want to enhance a part of the aesthetic, or, you know, because now they have like, people are doing like the dark aesthetics. Some people like the light bright aesthetics. Sometimes your clients will have a big old pimple on their nose. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to use apps to go in and edit out their pimple or whatever insecurities that they have going on. If their eyebrows aren't completely, you know, snatched, you're going to snatch the eyebrow. If the eye is open, you're going to brighten the eye, okay? But you never touch the lashes. Never touch the lashes, okay? If you look at the picture and you're like, oh, that one lash wasn't there, either you got to accept that that lash is there, or you got to pick another pick. Do not touch the lashes. Because 1, people can tell when the lashes have been edited. And 3, people want to see the detail in the lashes. And 4, people can see that you edited their lashes. And then they don't trust you. So don't touch the lashes. Whatever you do, but use your editing apps to make sure that they are airbrushed and perfect as perfect could be. Okay? Also, Canva. Canva is a great app. You will need Canva to make your ads. Okay? So when you want to make a post about a giveaway, or you want to do a collage of lashes, or whatever you want to do, Canva is a great way to do that. So play around with Canva to make your lashes or your lash page cohesive and beautiful. And they have like this branding app so that like all the colors you've ever used will be saved, so that you don't have to like worry about, is this the exact same color of green or the exact same color of black or what. They can save it for you in the branding kit, and then when you want to make a new post, a new announcement or whatever, it is already saved for you. So my loves, my beauties, I believe that is the end of this video. I think I went through my entire list here of everything you need to know to start your lash business. Like I said, I'll be doing another one on client retention and customer service and a whole bunch more. But that is the next one to come. So stay tuned, my loves. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, share, and I will see you in the next one.